friend Akimi, so she shouldn't be going too crazy.
Nobody has a backdoor door.
A dear friend of mine, Amanda, number 2, training with prep phase. Yeah. So I am here with Women's Physique, Suzanne. And I'm so excited because like I just mentioned a few seconds ago, I rarely train with Women's Physique.
That's good.
And I'm excited to have her, and I'm excited to have her on the team. She's actually working with Dominic, my fiance, and she's gonna start her first prep with him. Actually, what's going on now with you guys? Are you guys doing off-season?
Off-season.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm not gonna, my show, if I'm gonna do a show, is August.
August,
So
okay.
we got a lot of time.
Okay, good. So tell me a little bit about your, competition history, how you got into it, because I know you were in powerlifting before,
Yeah. Well,
right?
powerlifting was just a little detour I had. I've
Okay.
always been a bodybuilder. My first show was in 2005.
Oh,
And-
wow, okay.
Yeah, so,
okay.
And then I competed, and then I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I kind of ruined
all
myself.
of us.
Yeah.
We all started that way.
I know. And I didn't want to compete again until like 5 years after that. And then I did another show, and I did women's bodybuilding.
Oh, okay.
Back then, it was kind of like, it was either figure or bodybuilding.
Yes.
And I didn't really like the heels thing, so I just went with bodybuilding, because I like to do the poses, like bare feet.
Yeah.
And
I feel like women who truly like bodybuilding, they tended to go to women's physique or women's bodybuilding because of the poses
Yeah.
too. It gets you to really do the
Yeah.
raw
Yeah.
bodybuilding poses, you know?
Yeah, and like nowadays, like I'm totally not a bodybuilder. But back then, like I could hang unless like a real bodybuilder showed up, to
Right.
a show. Then
Yeah.
she'd obviously win. But like but it made it fun. I did good enough to make it fun.
Yeah.
And then
And where was that?
So I started in Washington State.
Okay.
And then I moved to California, and then
Is that where you're from?
No, I'm from I'm from Washington. I moved to California, and
Did you go to California because of bodybuilding? Was it
no,
like the Mecca?
because I have a degree in actually making wine and growing wine grapes.
Oh, wow.
So I moved to Paso Robles, California.
Did you know that I'm a SOM
Oh,
level
no.
1?
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So I graduated in hospitality from
Okay.
Cal State, and my goal was to actually be a food and beverage director.
Oh, wow.
So I worked at the Four Seasons for like 12 years.
Oh, wow.
And but it was so difficult because, of course, I was hanging around chefs and drinking, and don't get me wrong, I love doing that, but it was so the opposite of what I was trying to do
Yes.
with bodybuilding.
Yeah.
But anyway, so continue.
Yeah, so I moved to California
Uh-huh.
I moved to Paso Robles, California, which is a big
yes,
wine area.
I've been there. Uh-huh.
And then I got a job and immediately realized that I did not like working like a 9-to-5 job because it
Yeah.
took away from my training. So
Yeah.
I quit doing wine stuff and I became a personal trainer
Okay.
in like 2010. And then I've just done that ever since.
Okay.
And then that's when I also got back into bodybuilding. And I competed a few years again as a bodybuilder. But then in 2011, the Women's Physique was announced.
Right.
And so like one of the first shows on the West Coast in 2012, I did, and I won, and then I went to Team Universe, or it was called back then, and got my pro card.
Nice.
So I've been competing as a pro since 2012.
Okay, and last year was your first time at the O.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
so-
how,
yeah.
how did you like that experience?
It was amazing. I mean, you definitely, you kind of go back to the little fish in a big pond,
Yeah.
whenever you go to the Olympia.
Yeah.
It's like whenever you turn pro, you kind of go to the bottom of the lineup, and then you work your way up, and then I feel like going into the Olympia is kind of the same thing, So
Yeah.
now I got to work my way back up.
Yeah, but it's interesting because I was actually mentioning to Levy at
Okay.
Women's Bodybuilding yesterday. We hear sometimes, this girl, she just turned pro and then she went to the Olympia. She came from nowhere. She came from nowhere. And nobody knows how much history
Yeah,
is behind,
I know.
that person.
Yeah.
So for example, for you, you've been competing since 2005.
Yeah.
You've been putting a lot of time
Yeah.
into building up to get into the Olympia. So I think that with what we say, she turned pro and then immediately she went to the Olympia. It
Yeah.
doesn't work that way.
I know.
So, okay, so
Yeah.
did you always have this goal to go to the Olympia, or for you it was like, I'm having fun, I love training, I'm gonna show up?
Yeah.
And then,
Well, really when I was competing in 2010, 2011, I didn't even really know what getting your pro card meant or anything.
Yeah.
I was just having fun competing.
Yeah.
And then somebody's like, oh, now you got to go to nationals, you know? And so that's when I was like, oh, and then I was like, I became a pro. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to go to my first pro show. And then you realize that the Olympia is the thing that everybody wants.
Yes,
and I'm like, okay, that's what I want. And I worked really hard at it from like 2012, 13, 14, and then I kind of got burnt out because I just was kind of getting worse. I think I need better coaching, but I think I was just kind of getting worse as the years went on. So I took a year off, and then did another 2 years, and did okay, but still like the fire just really wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then that's when I started powerlifting. And then after about a few years of powerlifting, I really felt like I put on some size that I could just never do in bodybuilding. And so just for fun, I thought, I'll just get back on stage. I'll do, it was Legions in 2022. Like, I'll just get back on stage.
I think that was the first time I saw you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I thought, I'll do this Masters, and I'll do the Masters when I'm there. I'll just do Open too, So I did Masters and I won, and I got top 5 in the Open. I was like, wow, like this is kind of fun now that like I'm kind of doing better.
You got 5, or you got better, no? Was it second? Did you not get second?
That was the next year.
Oh,
next year I got second.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So yeah, I did. So that kind of like totally like
changed,
made the bug, like hit me again, and then so the next year. The Masters Olympia was announced, and I was like, ooh, that's what I want to do. So I applied for that, and I got into that, and I competed there, and I got top 5.
Good. Okay. Okay. So what is your goal now? Like, do you want to go back to the Olympia? Is there any specific? For example, for me, the idea of doing New York Pro has always been a dream.
Yeah.
You know. Because for me, that is so much more than just the Olympia for different reasons, right? For example, now for Dom, he's from there, his family is there, the family is gonna go see it. So for me, it's so exciting to actually think about doing that show. Is there any show for you that is special that you want to go and win, or?
Well, I feel like at this point it's kind of like uncharted territory. I went to Olympia, and I still like have the bug. So I'm like, so I'm not. I mean, I guess I would love to do the New York. I just kind of feel like that's out of my league. But I guess I'm in the Olympia.
Don't say. Well, but you've been to the Olympia, right?
Yeah, I know.
So you're there.
I know. It's a mental shift I need.
Yeah. But I love that we, at least with everybody that I talk to, everybody has a sense of like. You know who you are, as far as like your potential and who you are, but we are so humbled at the same time. We always feel like, oh, you're bigger than I am. Oh, girl, I'm not there yet. I was training with Amanda, Keon's fiance, and she tells me all the time how much bigger I am than she is, and I'm like, girl, you're right here. Like, you don't see it, and she's like, no, I don't. But I love that because it keeps us humbled and keeps us hungry to.
Yeah. Well, I always say like when
more.
people say like I can't believe bodybuilders can never see how good they look. And it's like if we could, we would never be pushing our way past just being good.
Yes.
Because about 8 weeks out, I feel great in my body. I can quit now and just live in this 8-week out body.
Yeah.
But no, that's when you have to like hunker down and do those last 8 weeks. And that really is like where it all where it happens. And like, I don't know, I love that part as much as miserable as it is, So.
I know. All right, so we're gonna be doing legs today. So Dom gave me a little bit of a rundown on how he wants us to do things, because there are certain machines here that we really need to take advantage of. So we're gonna do a little bit of quads, but really focus on hamstrings and glutes.
Cool.
I'm doing legs twice a week.
Me too.
You too, right? So we separate quads with hamstrings, but today we're gonna hit a little bit of both, but focusing more on hamstrings.
Cool.
Okay? Awesome. We're ready. With leg extensions.
Okay.
So tell me the truth. Was it harder to kind of understand the Dom's plan a little bit at the beginning?
I'm still working on it. I'm like, I've got like what I do today. I don't know about this 2 weeks and 1 week and
I know,
next day. I'm like, I just know what I need to do today.
Yes.
Tomorrow I will read that and try to figure it out.
Yes. I'm glad that you're like that. Because I had friends before, they're like, I'm so overwhelmed. I'm like, I know.
So we're starting here.
But it's because he is the kind, he has so much in his mind. And he just like goes, like he just puts everything, the thought into one sentence. And I'm like, babe, you just needed to like but he can't. It's just, when there is somebody, people are they're little geniuses in like certain things, but then the most simple things, they can't do it.
Yes.
Like the organization part is difficult, but the science is there.
Yeah.
You know? So I always tell people, I promise you it's gonna get better once you understand it. So we are starting with just warming up. We're gonna do 2 sets of leg extensions, and then we're gonna do 2 sets of hamstring curl, and then we're gonna get into the workout. So just, again, it's very important to warm up, especially for legs, for everything. I don't necessarily like stretch, because I believe that you can actually warm up in the exercise, but for example, right now, we are gonna go and we're gonna do some squats. We're gonna do some sumo squats. And so it's very important to warm up, especially your knees. Some people needed to warm up a little bit more than others.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I was like,
I know.
let's fucking go.
I'm like knee sleeves, everything.
Right now, I'm like, oh no, I know better.
One thing, I do have troubles doing anything sumo. I heard you say sumo.
Okay.
My hips don't
Your
do
hips?
weird stuff. It's like leg press and sumo. I don't know what it is.
But meaning like how deep you go? Or just the movement?
I try to like shorten the movement, and it's like in the moment I can never tell. I'm like, this feels great, and then like all night my hips just like ache.
Really? So maybe we can do just regular squats. Let's do one here.
A curl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too much.
Again, just warming up. I had to. It just looks so fluffy. One more and then that's it. Dom usually gives me only 1 and 1.
Yeah.
But I'm like, there is something weird about 1 and 1, babe. Like, it's just,
It does feel kind of weird.
right? I'm like, no. At least 2 sets, babe.
Yeah.
You change gyms now? All right, so we're gonna do 5 sets here.
Okay.
But we're gonna build it up to the last 2 sets.
Okay.
As heavy as we can. If you wanna just start right now, just to see, kind of have a feeling. But if you've done this machine, then you know. And you know that this machine, I might have to go up.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. So again, we're gonna do 5 sets here, and we're gonna go as heavy as we can towards the last 2 sets. Now just still kind of moving around, getting familiar with the machine, with the movement.
I haven't done it in a long time though.
I'm gonna go a little sumo. What do you want now?
What's that?
How much do you want right now?
I don't know. I mean, what are you gonna do? I'll just try to keep up with you.
Okay, I think that you can do another one.
How many reps?
We're not gonna burn out too much, so just 10.
And that's what I kind of did. The first time I did my workout, I never do like 12 squats in like high rep. So by the time I got to my
you do high?
I don't ever.
You don't,
and
okay.
so 12 is high for me. And so whenever
okay.
Dom had me do 12, you know, like by the time I got to my working set, I was like, I'm dead.
Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have you trained with Irish before?
No, I don't think I want to either. I don't know. I feel like she trains people like I did when I was like 25. I was just like, more, harder,
yeah,
get it,
yeah.
until you puke.
Yep.
And I don't really feel if that's
the style.
super efficient.
Yeah, I get it.
Not for every exercise.
No. Mm-mm.
But don't put that on the camera.
It's already there.
I know, right?
Yep. Yeah, you're strong. So right now it's still our 3rd set. We can definitely do one more. Right now we're just gonna push to like 6 or 8 max. This is just a feeling set. So let's do 8. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Oh yeah. Ah, this feels good. Now we are getting ready for our working sets. And these are the sets that really count. If you really think about it, everything else is leading up to the working set. So some people do only one working set. It really depends on what the person wants to bring up. The person has a little bit more muscle tissue to grow, then I would say 2 sets would be best. But again, a lot of people can argue with that too. I've seen incredible results with 1 set. For me, it doesn't work as much. One person that I can give you as an example is Michaela. Michaela does one working set. It works great for her. Now for me, I really feel like 2 working sets is the best. At least from what I saw the last time that I did my off season. Like 2 working sets was better than 1 working set. It's only 2 minutes. Can you believe that? And you would be like, oh, I'm ready, right? Well, it takes about 3 minutes to 4 minutes to bring your ATP back.
And you know, once you get in there, in your second rep, you're like, I didn't wait a lot.
I'm like, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. All right, let's go. 8 to 10 no matter what. 1, 2, 3. Let's go, I'm here. 4, 5. 5 more, let's go, you can do it. 6, 7. Let's go. 8, 2 more. 9, 1 more. 10, that's it. Woo.
It's hard to breathe.
That one? I know, the belt sometimes it helps and it doesn't.
Well, it helps on the first 5 and then,
I know.
then you can't breathe.
When I think back in the day how I used to train without carbs in me, like I just don't know how I did it. Like,
Definitely.
because right now,
Different.
and the crazy thing is that I can eat up to 400 grams of carbohydrates and I still have difficulty in putting weight.
Yeah, but I think, you know, talking about working out without carbs, our bodies are so adaptable.
Adapted, yeah?
Yeah, like now, yeah, no way.
No way.
But your body figured it out whenever it wasn't getting carbs.
Yeah,
It figured
exactly.
it
It was
out.
like, oh, I'm gonna survive somehow.
Nice. Nice, 4 more. Nice. Easy. Oh. I hear it.
Oh, wait.
What happened? You were
know,
going so good.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, that is.
How did you feel with that weight?
It's definitely hard.
I think you can do, you can take 1 plate. I'm gonna help you.
Take off the 25 and a plate?
Take out, yeah.
I think 1 less notch on here. Because that was definitely like my limiting factor at the end.
I feel,
Some of it almost like I don't even want it.
what, your belt?
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, it's really good for 1 or 2 reps.
Especially if you're drinking a lot of liquid. Sometimes it's like, oh gosh.
And I did feel like I never trained this late. I was like, I just
Oh,
feel
you train in the morning?
Well, I train like at 11.
Okay.
So I always eat like 2 or 3 meals, you know, like here it's like 4.
Full 3, 4 meals, yeah.
So I'm just like,
Do you feel, yeah. I feel you. I was training as early as 6 a.m. in the morning, but I can't do it anymore
Oh,
because
really?
I just have very little food in me.
yeah.
Like for a back day, for a leg day.
Like again, like I feel like you adapt, but when you're really watching things closely, it's like, you're like, that was a good set, and you're like, oh, I've been at the same weight for the last month.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, let's go. 8 to 10. can do it. Let's go. 1, see, easy. 2, 3, 4, let's go. 5, let's go. 6, 7, 8, 2 more, let's go. 9, 1 more. That's it.
Hell yeah. Oh,
She would not know that she can do this many plates.
What's that?
You wouldn't know if you can do this many plates if I didn't tell you to change the 25 to a 45.
No. That's what I love
That
about
was easy.
working
for
with
you.
someone, working with a coach.
Yeah, it's one thing that that I pay attention a lot to is like some coaches, and it's almost like a personality thing. They are always very careful, and that comfortable zone doesn't allow us to test different things. You know, like I used to have a coach that would always tell me, be careful with the lower back, be careful if you snap this, be careful if you do that. Because he had a lot of history for himself of injuries. I get that, bro, but I'm a woman's physique. I can't be training like a woman's bikini.
No.
I have to push.
Yeah.
And if I do it safely and if I have somebody spotting me, so every time I would send this coach, like my PRs, the first thing he would say like, be careful with your back. You know, I'm like, no, I need you to push me because I know I can do more.
Okay, this time if you're slipping, let me know.
Slipping away.
I mean, if you're slipping, stop and just rack one side and then readjust.
Yep.
Even like let me rack it for you.
I thought that I was gonna, because I was so close to my last one, and I was like, I can make it. I can. Make it.
Yeah, everything was very easy. Because it's very disappointing as a spotter to lose someone like that.
I know. But now I think with my jacket I'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it will be too. Let's go. Yep. Easy money. Come on, come on. Last one. Nice. Whew. That was a good set.
That felt great.
Yeah.
That felt much better.
Yeah. I even looked a couple times like, she's not slipping? No, she's good.
Yeah. Those are the ones that count.
Fun times.
Yeah. It's crazy to think that's the first exercise.
Well, if I would have done too many before that, I would have been like, hell no.
This is a humbler.
Well, yeah, it's just, I mean, I've never done this one, but I've done pendulum, and
It's a humbler. You think that you do like 7 plates that we
No,
did? What we did? 6 plates?
I don't know, I took a picture, I can't remember.
Was it 6 plates? Yeah. And then here you're like,
I know, I put like 325s.
I'm saying you go, you do 6 plates there, and then you go here, you do 1 plate and you're dying. 3, yeah. But it's a humbler. All right, ready?
Just give it.
You want to just give it a feeling?
Yeah.
No way to slip on this one.
So,
Yeah.
what's this guy?
Can you?
Oh, okay.
What is it?
The seat height?
Oh, okay. Feels good? Yeah?
Yeah.
Now, I want you to do something. I want to see.
in here.
Yeah, you're still gonna stay there, bro.
Okay.
I want to see your knee flexion. So try to put your feet a
Lower?
little bit back, like backwards, and allow your toes, your knees to pass your toes.
Sure.
So kind of CC squats. Huh? Oh, the here, right? How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like if it was up one, put it up one.
Oh, I see. This machine is sick. I love it. Even if you do that a little bit, that's fine. I really want you to feel your quads right here.
Yeah.
You feel it? Okay, go up again. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. I feel like this machine is like so interesting.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
There
Like
really
there,
is.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this machine actually we can go a little heavier.
Yeah,
than the regular.
Than the regular, yeah.
Yes.
Accurate.
All right, so now is our working set. Put another one for you.
Another one?
Yeah. Go hard or go home.
Yep.
Like, who wants to stay here if you can go home? I'll go home.
Okay. What are we doing, reps?
Let's do 8 to 10 again. Oh, too easy, girl. Come on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. Let's go. 9. 1 more. 10. Oh yeah, we can go heavier.
Yeah, and I think this,
Is better?
yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's back where it was, but I think that's why we're bottoming out sometimes.
Oh, okay. Did you feel that too? Did you feel touch of that?
Just barely.
That was light.
I mean, it did feel surprisingly good. Yeah, this is much different than the other ones.
Yeah.
One more. Easy.
Fuck. Right here, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just feel like, I don't know, I gotta say though, I feel a lot down. I mean, it's probably because just doing it a little bit different is just like that really extreme knee flexion is giving a lot of activation. in that
Activation, yeah.
movement.
Well, it's because we hear so much that a form should be this way for squats, right? Your knees never pass through
Oh,
toes.
yeah.
But it's so different depending on what you're focusing on.
But I always just like, a squat technically is a knee bend.
Yeah.
And your deadlift is a hip hinge.
Yeah.
If you're hip hinging as you squat, you're not squatting, you're just doing it.
Yes.
Squatting a deadlift.
Yeah. Well, show the difference now then for me.
What's that?
Show the difference of what you just told me right now.
Oh, so like a squat is a knee bend, right?
Yeah.
Where a knee is bending.
Yeah.
As where a a deadlift is a hinge where we hinge.
Yes, yes.
But if you're squatting and you're here,
Yeah.
you're just trying to squat a deadlift.
Yep. I just wanted to catch that on camera so you can see it. All right, so, all right, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
1, let's go.
I gotta go a little bit higher here.
2, nice, you're strong, let's go. 3, 4, let's go. 5, nice. 6, let's go. 7, 8, 2 more, let's go. 9, one more. Let's go. 10, that's it.
Oh, God. Okay, that got higher.
That one hurt?
Yeah.
I remember Amanda saying this, and this is so true, as you can see. The better you become in training, the less exercise selections you do. And the more you really emphasize on your 2 or 3 like bread and butter.
No, I mean, that's why when I went to powerlifting, I would literally, like, I kind of hated lifting at that time. I'm like, I'm just gonna go hang out with my friends and do a couple squats.
Yeah.
And literally, like, I started loving training again, for one.
Yeah.
And I got so strong and I built so much muscle.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to like 12 reps, like,
go,
20 sets, like
yeah.
all these exercises.
Yeah.
And when I just like gave up, it was just like, I'm just gonna do this one rep
Yeah.
as good as I can do.
Yeah.
And amazing things
Well,
happen.
but see what's going on now with women's bodybuilding. There are a lot of women's powerlifters who are going into bodybuilding, and when they really nail their diet, and they show that muscle and the density.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Look at the girl Angela, top 2 in the world, the women's bodybuilding. She is a powerlifter.
Yeah.
And that density on her muscles.
It's amazing, yeah.
It's just from training, it really is. Heavy training.
Okay, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yep. You got it, you got it. You got it, you got it. 3 more. 2 more. You got it, last one. Get it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Right? That got heavy.
That got heavy real quick. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. I had a whole album of Christina's facial expressions. It was the funniest. I had literally like 30
No,
pictures.
I feel like when you got it, you got it. Like, some people just can really do them.
Hers is like, I'm like, girl, if you keep doing this, you're gonna need so much Botox. Can you believe she has never done it?
Well, that's probably why she has so many expressions.
Exactly. I'm gonna bring her.
I'm just flawless all the time.
I know. I'm gonna bring her to the dark side. I'm telling you. I'm gonna do Botox on her myself.
I know. Although sometimes I do wish I would have waited a little longer.
I know. But now we are.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. We're in it.
Are you serious?
No, just 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. 5. Let's go. 6, 7, 8, 9,
Ooh, gosh.
10. That's it.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's crazy. Like when you took off after 3, I almost failed. I had to take it off.
You would probably hate me if I was like 20 more. Now we're just gonna do drop sets until failure. Oh, Dom has done that for me before, and I was like, motherfucker.
I mean, that's the shit that gets me. You know, whenever I'm scared to train with somebody on leg day, it's because you don't know if like every set's a drop set. You
Yeah.
don't know if like.
Well,
you
Joey gets me sometimes. He's like, that was a second place set. He's like, give me a first place set. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, you're still third place. I'm like, okay.
I know. I know. In the powerlifting gym, it's always like, they always are like, you know, because there's always like somebody that's close to you. And it's like, oh, so-and-so's going to get you, you know, like.
And do heavier?
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
pass your
Yeah.
PR? What was your PR in your
Squats?
Yeah.
Squat was my laggingest spot, lift. I got to 365.
Okay.
Then my bench was 265.
Okay. That's
and
good.
Deadlift was 475.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Did you do meets like, or it was mostly doing your training?
what's that?
Did you go to the meets and like?
Yeah. I mean, I only competed in 3 meets, but yeah, those are all meet PRs.
How long do you train for those?
It's kind of like bodybuilding where like you're just training and like, but there's like 12 weeks out. That's like really, it's like 12 weeks to
Before the meet.
Yeah. But you know, you're in an off season before that. So yeah, it's not like.
And the off-season training is different than the.
Yeah, you're probably just doing, it really depends on volume. You know, as you get closer, the volume goes down.
Does the diet change at all?
No one cares about diet.
That's easy then.
Although, I got really good because I care about my diet.
Good. Do you know who Robin Machado is?
Mm-mm.
I will show you her after. I met her in North Carolina and that was crazy to see her training.
Okay. I'm gonna drop it at 3.
Yeah, please.
Let's go. Yeah. You got it. One more. Okay, I'm gonna drop this.
Yeah, please.
You got it. Oh yeah.
How many?
That's 7. 3 more. That's one. Good. Go. Yeah. Woo! Nice work. Sorry if I made you work too much. I keep on forgetting. I was like, she helped me more. I should help her.
Oh my gosh.
But my brain's not thinking like yours. We got more stuff to do.
I feel that I start getting a little bit more energized
In the beginning?
in the middle of the workout,
okay.
right?
Oh, now
Do you feel that way?
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like now it's just adrenaline, you know?
Well, I mean,
Your
I think,
body's just like, let's fucking go.
but whenever I know like the really scary stuff is over,
Yeah.
that's fun too.
Whew. God damn. I'm always off on Mondays from training
Okay.
because I work back on Saturdays and legs on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Comes Monday, I'm
Well, I usually work back on Fridays, legs on Saturday, off on Sunday.
because I work in a clinic, having Monday off feels so good.
Yeah.
Because
So
then
you
I'm
have
not
off
rushing.
from work and work out.
No, just from working out.
Oh, okay.
Because then I'm not rushing around trying to get my gym clothes ready
Yeah.
and organizing, you know. But I'm taking out Fridays off.
Good.
I'm so
That's gonna feel
excited.
so good.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right. Now, we're gonna get into the glutes and hammies.
Sounds great.
Thank you, Stan.
So what are we doing? RDLs?
Yes. Yes. Perfect. Let's go 10.
10, that's it. We probably don't even need to lock it up.
No?
Yeah, because then it makes it hard to start.
That's true. How did it feel? How did the weight feel?
Good.
Good? Light?
I feel like
Light,
Ariel's
right?
give me a lot of back pump
Oh.
if I go heavy. Heavy enough to feel like I'm doing something.
Yeah, we can definitely go heavier.
Just watch me and see
Okay.
if I.
Maybe I'm gonna have you
Because you know, it's like things
stretch
like,
your legs a little bit more. So instead of sitting down, you're just gonna go.
Yeah, I did see you were kind of angling back a little more.
Yes. Amanda always tells me to do that because we really want that separation right
Yeah,
here when we
yeah.
do a back double.
Yeah. I just never done it here. I mean, when you have a barbell, you can't really do
Yeah,
that.
exactly. All right, let's go. 1, 2, how's your lower back?
Good.
3, 4, squeeze your glutes. 5, squeeze in, there you go. 6, squeeze. 7, 8, 9, one more, let's go. 10, that's it.
It's just like, it's usually like accumulative. Like even like where it gets most is like a single leg already up.
Oh yeah, those
like-
are killer.
Yeah, but like it just gets my,
Oh, your lower back.
yeah, and it's not in a bad way. It's just like,
Feel it
Yeah.
tight. Did you feel okay on this one now?
yeah.
Do you feel it right here?
Oh yeah. Good.
Oh yeah. Wanna put 10 more?
I can put 10. I got one over here.
Okay.
It's my,
Personality?
well, I think I think I have a little bit of like obsessive compulsive something or other that it
Well, at least
satisfies
it-
that.
It is at least is walking.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, I used to drink a lot of wine.
All right, so walking over wine, you might prefer wine. All right. Let's go. One, glutes, let's go. 2, 3, let's go. 4, 5, 6, nice. 7, 8, 9, one more, let's go. 10, that's it.
Nice. Big stretch. Big squeeze.
Ah, shit.
Nice.
Okay. So 3 here, and then now we're gonna do hamstring curl. We're done here.
Oh, good.
Holy shit. Yeah. Feels so good. Really does. Hamstrings curl, seated hamstrings curl. That's the machine that Dom tells me all the time. We should always be doing at least twice a month. So the gym that I'm going to right now, which is torture because it's so close to my house, they don't have the machine. So Dom asked me to come here at least twice a month to really dedicate some time to this machine.
I don't know.
So
This pad is weird.
is it?
It's like right on my knee.
Oh, yeah. The better? So now drop this down.
Still feels weird. That is good.
So now you're gonna do 5 like that.
Like,
2,
has like a weird like. It's harder than it gets easier.
3,
And then 4
4.
forward.
One more. 5. Now lean forward. And then 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now go back. 5 more. Let's go. Now it's 15 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. So now we're moving towards easier. It doesn't get easier, but a little easier exercises, and we're gonna aim for 15 reps. How tall are you?
5'4".
Okay. I'm 5'5".
Oh, you are?
Same.
I thought you were taller than me. But I feel like it's weird on my knees.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The way that you were was better.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if it's too high up on there. Where do you like it?
Oh, it feels good. That was light though.
Yeah, it was, but still works.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, look at Sergio being a fat ass.
So you did just change the weight? Is that
Yeah,
right?
now it's 70 pounds. Isn't that Sergio?
Trying to see.
But it was him. It was him.
was?
I saw him there. Good?
Yeah. I was thinking it might be a little more challenging if we moved it out a little bit.
Like forward?
Yeah,
Like that?
just one. Maybe. Is that just one?
1, 2, 3, squeeze there we go. 4, 5, come forward. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, one more, let's go. 5, go back. Let's go 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's it. Whew. Me feeling it. Wow, he looks so young there. Right? He's really good friends with Dom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they pretty much grew up together.
Oh, wow. Want me to help you squeeze in the back?
Yeah, a little bit. Hup. Ooh. 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 Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Try to hold it a little bit. Home stretch. Don't use momentum. Squeeze.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. That gets them going.
Oh gosh. Yeah. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. 1,
Oh, it's so much harder when I come back.
2, I know. 3, 4, 5. Nice.
You think it's gonna be easier when you come back?
Huh?
You think it's gonna be easier when you go back?
I know, right? But because you're already
fatigue.
so exhausted. Fatigue,
Accumulative
yeah.
fatigue.
Ah. Holy shit.
Last one.
Ah.
Home stretch.
8. Ooh. It's like my body doesn't respond anymore. I was like,
I know.
let's go, Suzanne. Just do it for me.
When I was just sitting in there earlier, I was like, I don't think they want
Like,
to work.
yeah, I know. You feel numb. You feel numb. Like numb. All right, so we only have one more and then that's it.
One more exercise.
Yeah, one more exercise.
So, your butt all the way down here.
Yep. Remember, we need those glutes now for women's physique.
I've needed glutes all my life, and
Okay. Open up a little bit. Yep, perfect. Nice. All the way down and get up and hold it. 1, 2. Down, slow. 1, 2. Let's go. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice. Squeeze that. 1, 2. Awesome. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go 10. Nice. Perfect.
like that one.
How'd you feel?
Good. Ooh, standing.
I love this.
Is that the weight I should do? Let's see how you feel.
Now squat. Yep, and open. 1, let's go 15. 2, is it heavy?
No. Maybe I should-
Put more?
How many am I doing?
Let's do 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nice. How'd you feel?
I felt good. I can feel it.
Well, I'm feeling my hamstrings a lot.
It's funny, it's like, oh, I feel fine, and then you get in a certain position, you're like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I got into this position right now, I was like, okay, it's burning.
Push your foot forward. Your feet aren't equal.
Oh no?
Just one was hanging off a lot.
I didn't even feel it.
Probably doesn't matter that much.
I'm so numb that I'm like. All right. Now, let's try this bad boy here. I'll go a little heavier. E. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Eesh.
All right.
Eesh. Se. Oof. Oof.
Yeah, they added up for me.
Wow. Yeah, I feel that.
I feel like you have a lot of flexibility, range of motion. I think I'm a little scared, like, I don't do those very much.
The adductors, abductors?
Yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know if I'm like, you know, my hips are temperamental about stuff.
Do you want to try that one?
I really like it though.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah. So,
I tried this one time in a gym in North Carolina and I fell in love with it and I was like, I wish we had it here.
I feel like
No
it's way
gym.
better than that. Like
Yeah.
that, I'm almost just like, the cost to benefit ratio is not really worth it. But that, I felt like when I was done, like,
You felt it,
it was
right?
like hard to activate them in the moment, but like when I got done, they were burning.
Yeah. Those are the staples of wellness. So,
I'll do like band stuff. Like
so I've been really watching those girls. I'm like, how do you build those glutes? But the thing is that they train glutes 3 times a week too. We can't do that.
yeah,
We have so much to work on.
that's true.
All right. Perfect. The second one, yeah. Let's go. 1, 2, squeeze, let's go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. Nice. Now we are working. Now it's a little heavier.
That's good.
Much heavier than what you were doing.
Yeah.
Let's go. And 1, 2, yep, I can see it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go 2 more. 1 more. 2, that's it. How'd you feel?
Feels great.
Yeah, I can see like the muscles pushing against your pants.
It's good stuff.
You never really gain much weight on off season, huh?
Because I suck at eating.
Yeah,
Well,
if it
last
wasn't
year
for
I had a good excuse. I mean, just because I couldn't, because I was depressed and miserable from my divorce. But like, I don't know, like now.
Did you overcome already the divorce?
I mean, I still think, I mean, it's still
There, it's still recent.
But like, it's not affecting my eating and
Yeah.
stuff. Like last year, like I don't even know how I did what I did. Like eating Dom's food, I seriously haven't eaten like this in a year and a half. Like, it's been a long time, like since I've eaten food.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you were not, I think that Dom mentioned to me that you were a little scared of the amount of food at the beginning.
Well,
You thought it was a lot?
in the initial thing, he's like, "Where can I help you most?" And I said, I hate gaining weight.
Yeah.
I hate eating. Like, I need someone that's paying attention, because if I feel like they're not paying attention,
Yeah.
I'm like, they're just letting me get fat and just like give her all the food and she'll get fat, she'll get butt strong. Like, no, I want to do it meticulously.
Yes, yes, yes.
And so if I feel like someone's there monitoring and really making sure we're doing the right things and not just like throwing everything in the kitchen sink into it, like.
I agree. And that's why I told Dom, because Dom now, I work with some clients from Best Build aside from the clinic, and Dom has another coach, his name is Adam, he lives in Florida, he also has a good amount of athletes. Dom can only work with, let's say, he has actually a lot of clients now, but if he's having, for example, me, you, Levy, and people that really take it serious, you know, he's so particular about the planning that he will spend a whole day on the person's plan. So he's not like and he tells me all the time. He said, "Babe, anytime that reaches out, has to be on a waiting list, because he knows that he can't."
Yeah.
He's not like Camp Jensen. They're like, "Oh yeah, let's get 200 clients, making a lot of money, and put everybody on the same plan."
And I realize that. Like, I know that I'm a coach. You know, I've coached people, and it's like, if they're not giving me like 110%, like, I'm not going to give them. And they're giving me 100%, I'll give them 200%.
And that's one of Dom's pet peeves sometimes, because he had he had big names out there that he actually had to let go, because he said, "I don't care who you are. I don't care how many followers you have on Instagram." There was this guy, it was so funny, this Indian guy. He goes and he tells Dom, "So you're coming to India with me, right?" And Dom was like, I can't go to India. It's a huge commitment to go all the way there, but I can guide you from here. He said, "I have almost a million followers." I kid you not. And Dom was like, "I don't give a crap." Like,
yeah, especially Dom. Like, he's not.
yeah, and he's like, "Look, maybe if you know, if we negotiate something next year and I can plan it out, but I can't do it just in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of other stuff to do." So I guess it's just a matter of like, it's how you behave too. It's not because you have a FBB Pro before your name that.
No.
You know what I mean?
I hate entitlement.
I know, it's so just not. And it runs in our industry.
It does.
How many did you do?
I think that's 9 or 10. 10?
Okay. I'm like,
I'm awful at counting. I always tell my
me.
clients, if you don't want to do extra, you got to count yourself.
I have no idea.
But I should say, my coach before Dom, he was awesome. He's the one that got me to where I am. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that he got me to eat.
Yeah.
But with the last years, that's when everything went to shit. I put things to shit. Mm-hmm. But
That's why it's important that our spiritual, mentally, it's ready.
Yeah.
Because then the body responds.
Yeah.
Because It won't respond if we're not.
I was surprised that it responded at least as much as it did.
It
last
did,
year.
yeah.
Yeah, I was working on fumes. Yeah, when I started with Dom, I'm like the lightest I've ever been in like 2 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Oof. Oof. Eesh. Eesh. Ah, wow. My butt's on fire.
I know, I like how it just really accumulates and just really
Yes.
activates.
And it's like, it really activates.
Yeah, right where
really.
I feel like I need it.
All right, let's do it. One more.
One more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. That's it. Do you use any peptides?
I used to, but then when I started taking other stuff, I quit taking all of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot more. I used to be really into them like 4 years ago, and I kind of got out of them. So.
Yeah, I feel like they help so much. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. 7. Let's go. 8, 9, 10, 11. One more. Let's go. 12. Nice.
What's your favorite that you're liking right now?
So a peptide that I definitely use, I would say 10 months out of the year, is the melanotan.
So I use that. Since I have older skin, it just makes all of my sunspots just like I look like I have like weird.
But do you do very little? Because I do. I mean, my amount is so ridiculous.
Like I couldn't even tell I was using it other than like every freckle on my face was enhanced. And like I just think like you have beautiful skin.
Thank you.
And I think there's no like freckles to bring out. Like if you had freckles, like I actually get a lot of laser done, but it will bring out all the freckles.
But Dom is as white as you are too, and he looks the same. I know exactly the look that you're saying.
It's just not pretty.
Yeah.
I was excited for it, like, because I don't tan anymore. And I'm looking at you and I'm like, oh, you tan.
So I use that because I like the color. I like what it does to my skin too. And then I like the BPC because it helps me recover from my training. And there was one that I just took right now, which is very short. Like you only do for 4 weeks. I did the follistatin 344.
Oh yeah, I've never done that one.
So it was kind of intense, I'm not gonna lie, because you feel that for the first 3 days when you take it, you feel like you have a cold. And I read about it, and some people actually reported that as a symptom.
What is the benefit of this?
Crazy strength.
Ooh.
But it's kind of short-lived. Like, but my strength, because I was not taking anything.
Oh, yeah.
And I was lifting like I was on something.
Nice.
So it's just a little help to boost a little bit more of the process of muscle growth. But again, there's so many other variables too. I was eating better,
Yeah.
there were so many things.
It is true.
You just never know. All right. Let's go.
Big stretch, big stretch. Stretch those glutes. Yeah. Good. Actively push those knees out at the bottom. Yeah. You got it, you got it.
Damn, this is so good.
I love the combo.
Love the music here.
It is good.
Latinos in the house. Have you been to South America?
Yes.
You have?
My parents had a cherry farm in Chile for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Good. Squeeze it. Yeah.
East. East. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm dizzy. So, she survived, I survived. She's actually very strong. I'm impressed.
Just trying to keep up.
But I never assume that people can't really lift much weight. I just feel that sometimes it's just a matter of exactly what you said, pushing.
Yeah.
You know, so I remember when I trained with a wellness girl, and she was just starting, but I could tell that she was very strong because she practiced martial arts.
Okay.
So, but every time that she was lifting, because I used to watch her, and she was a client of mine, I was like, you can do more. Like, you're only squatting one plate. Like, you can do more. So when she came to train with me for the first time, she did 3 plates, and
wow.
she was like, holy, how did that happen?
Oh, wow.
You know, so, but it's because I knew that she could. So, and you as a trainer, you know that too. Like, you can assess, you know. You can see that sometimes, you know, the form is perfect. The person has already like a background, even if it's not completely from lifting, but it's from martial arts, it's from moving, it's from grabbing, like pulling. So, so I know that it was just a matter of pushing. Like in your situation, I know, especially because you did powerlifting, it's just a matter of now changing the mindset of compound movements only to like.
Well, it's more about taking it from 1 to 3 reps to 8 to 10 reps.
Yes.
It's like a big one.
Yes,
For me.
yes. So, what did you think that you liked the most today? Is there any particular thing that you feel like you learned, or maybe it's just a matter of refreshing your
I love
style?
like I would have never pushed myself in those squats that we did.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I would have probably called it earlier.
Yeah.
But there's one thing too, is like when I'm lifting by myself, I don't want to be the guy that's like stuck under the bar and like.
Yes.
You know?
Well, like it happened to me today.
Yeah.
Like when I was slipping. Yeah. And it's so crazy because it never happened to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, really today? But it's important that it was a situation where not only you were there with me, but it was a machine that even if you were not
totally fail. Yeah.
I would be okay.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine something like that happen in a free bar?
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
that's
always
why-
use like safeties.
Yeah.
But still, like, there's just something, like, I think I've only been spotted like a handful of times in my life on a squat. But like, it's just kind of terrifying to think about failing on it. And so, like, I get in my head, and I know that I always do better when I'm with somebody.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So hopefully we're gonna train more often.
I love that. Yeah.
I would love that, especially when, you know, I'm gonna be on prep. But one thing that Dom always tells me, and I want to keep it in my mind, I want to keep the intensity, because when I watch videos, because I love watching videos of other girls training too, and there is one particular chick that I always watch, and she always, no matter what, she keeps the intensity going towards the show, and she looks amazing. And I think that we tend to kind of pump the brakes because we get so scared of injuries or things like that. But in reality, with Dom, it's different because he never really takes away much food.
Yeah, well, that's good.
He always keeps the food
Yeah.
high enough for you to be still on a deficit, but good enough, a good amount for you to keep crushing in the gym.
That's so important. Yeah, because it's easy to get lean if you just slash someone's calories.
Yeah,
You know?
and you cut all the calories, and then on top of that, you go to the gym and you do a half-ass work there because you're so tired.
You hate bodybuilding, you hate life, and you're just like, why am I doing this?
Yes. Is there any particular situation during your bodybuilding competitions that you felt like you couldn't do it anymore because of certain symptoms, side effects?
No. I mean, I know that before, so my last coach, he was really great. And then, but the times before, it was more of a cookie cutter diet, and it was just more of a starvation diet.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's where I've gotten to the point. I mean, I think we all want to quit at some
Yes,
point.
yes, yes.
But like, not to the point that I ever seriously was going to.
Okay, I feel that with me, there were times that I wasn't really emphasizing, or the coach at the time wasn't emphasizing on supplementation,
Oh yeah.
which is so important, especially for us as athletes, because everything else that is actually advised to, the average population who are not training as much as we are, might be X amount of vitamin D or magnesium.
Oh, sure.
For us, it's double of that, because we are consistently moving so much and really going through everything else much faster. It's the same thing when we do things for our skin. This sport Botox might last, 6 months for somebody. For us, it might be 3 months, because we are so active.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I was already depleting myself from supplementation, from food, not taking the supplements. And then on top of that, doing crazy amounts of cardio,
Yep.
So it was so much toxicity
Yeah.
that I couldn't, in my mind, I was like, if this is bodybuilding, I want to quit.
I know.
Now, the difference that I feel with my previous coach, with my current coach, which is Dom, is that he emphasizes a lot on the supplements. And at the beginning, I thought it was too overwhelming. And I was a little bit concerned about the amount of money that I would be spending on these supplements too. But now that I do them, I see the difference.
Yeah.
And we have a few athletes that just started to work with Dom. And this particular athlete, he has been in the industry for a long time. He's a great friend of mine too. And he told me, he said, I was so old school that to me, I was like, why am I gonna spend money on supplements? I mean, F this, I'm just gonna go all in. But now that he's doing the supplements for the past 3 months, he's like, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. And sometimes it's just very little things.
Yeah.
Because I heard this analogy, and it makes so much sense to me. So it's basically your body engine, it's basically the base of your house.
Sure.
Everything else there, like your diet, your training, is the house, is the walls, or whatever is in it. The foundation is really how your engine is working. So your cells, the health of your mitochondria. So if that's not healthy, everything's gonna collapse. So I remember when it was back in 2020 and COVID just started, I was feeling so horrible because number one, I got COVID, and in my mind I was just like, I'm on prep, I'm just gonna keep pushing, I'm gonna be okay. And the more I pushed, the worse I looked.
Oh no, yeah.
So sometimes we just have this tendency of like, no pain, no gain.
Yeah.
Push,
Oh, yeah.
No matter how bad you feel, you never want to quit, which is also a quality that we have because we all have been.
But you have to be smart about it for
I know.
sure. It's like you have that desire to push and go, but whenever you're nailing everything else, you actually go somewhere with your motivation and your work, where.
And I think you mentioned something so important too at the beginning, but we were not even filming when you told me that you had some issues with your blood sugar.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that now we are addressing that with Dominic? Is that helping you to see a little bit more of a progress as well?
I mean, I think it's still early to see because this is my blood sugar thing has been kind of going on, kind of inching up for years.
Okay.
And I will say, over the last few days, so I've been with Dom, it's been 2 weeks now.
Oh, so it's very, very, very new. But
but I will say the last few mornings, I've had to check it because I have my monitor, and then check it with a prick because it's getting under 100. It was even 89, and I'm like, I don't even believe this. I haven't been 89 in 8 years, 10 years. Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Are you taking Matador now?
And that's the one thing is I
Berberine
did
in general?
change. I did change my glucose disposal agent to the Matador.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's that. And I am taking it more often. I wasn't taking my other GDA as often.
Okay, that's good.
But I wasn't eating as much carbs as I am
And you're
now.
eating
Yeah.
more
A
carbs
lot
now,
more
which is
carbs.
interesting, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's still all in the very beginning
Yes.
stuff. But
But
I'm excited.
I think that it's incredible what you told me too. Your A1C was somewhat higher when you were on a low carb diet, is the same with me. And I still want to get to the bottom of that.
What is that about?
Because I have patients at the clinic that tell me that they see their blood sugar going up when they eat fats and protein.
So weird.
So it's so weird. It goes completely against of what the study says, you know?
That's
so
definitely...
so I really want to get to the bottom of that because my A1C was pretty high when I was on keto and is much lower now, and I'm eating 300 grams, 400 grams of carbohydrates.
I'm not going to complain about that.
Me either. I'm happy with carbs, yeah. But that's it for today. We're going to go home, we're going to eat, and hopefully we're going to do more of this. And I'm really excited to see you on prep and excited to see you on off season because, again, we're on prep all the time.
I know, right?
You know, it's just a matter of like, are we really going 100%? I mean, we're always going 100%, and I hope that's how every athlete out there feels about competition because it's at 365 days per year. But we have different phases, right? So this phase right now for you is growing, is fixing all the health markers, and then deciding on the show. And then for me, I'm technically on prep. You know, I'm 15 weeks out.
Yeah, you are. Which one are you doing?
I'm doing New York Pro.
Oh, that's the first one you're doing.
Mm-hmm. I'm doing New York Pro, and then there are 2 other shows after that are not as big.
Yeah,
but
that's
I think
like
that
the goal is in New York.
Yes, New York is like it, and then we have 2 other shows after that if necessary. But I'm gonna do my best for New York. I know it's gonna be a difficult show, but I think it's gonna be amazing just to be there because Dom is from New York. He really wants all his family to go there and all of his friends to be there. So it's gonna be a whole event. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I feel like the changes that we did, like I've never seen before. It's crazy too to think about this. I never really thought, and I know it sounds weird, I never thought about the Olympia. Isn't it weird?
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, at first I didn't think about it. Like, especially when I was getting like 14th all the time, I'm like...
Yes, I always liked to compete, and I've always been top 3 or 4. But I like the competition, but in my mind I was like...
Even when you were 3 or 4, you didn't think about the Olympia?
No, you know why? Because I was telling myself, maybe I was jeopardizing myself, I was telling myself, that's for them.
Yeah.
They have the time, I don't have the time, I work full time, this is fun, this is just like a hobby, you know, that's for them. I didn't think I was competitive enough.
Huh.
You know what I mean? Because
just knowing you, that's so funny.
No, like my hunger was there, but I didn't think that I was at that level, right?
Yeah.
I was like,
well, we're not until we are.
Yeah, but it's crazy because I feel, and I told Dom too, I said, look, even though we got 2nd place last year for Chicago and Atlanta, I think what I gained the most, and it made a whole difference in my life, was confidence.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I put my pictures, my before and my after pictures, I was like, yes! And I won in my mind because I never saw my body the way that I envisioned.
Yeah.
I just had that image of like, I want to look like that.
Yeah.
But every time I would see myself on stage, I would be like,
Yeah, I know.
well, I'm gonna go back to work, I'm gonna do my stuff, whatever.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I can do this.
And then how about when you look at your pictures in the moment, it's one thing, but like 6 months later, you look at your prep pictures, you're like, I am fucking amazing. And in the moment, I was like,
I know.
I'm fat.
I know.
I'm getting small.
I'm like, what is the skin on here?
But
now when you look back, and it's funny because you can actually tell too, there are a lot of competitors, they start posting pictures of particular show 3 months later. They're like, oh, files of my prep 2024. And
now
like,
they're proud of them.
Now you
in
like
the moment.
But anyway, so it's not to say that I never thought about Olympia. I did, but I didn't think that it was that I would get there. I don't know why. I don't know what it is.
I feel like I understand what you're saying. Like, I knew of the Olympia before, but I never really thought like that's my goal because I was like so far from. I mean, I was not. I mean, anywhere close to placing. So, but like the moment that I placed in the top 5 in an open show.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Maybe this is something. Yeah.
Yes. And I think that's where you get when you get dangerous. Is when you actually realize that and the confidence comes and then everything changes.
Yeah. And I would say at that time, like I had a coach that I loved. I mean, I still adore him, and he really took me from kind of mediocre all the way. I mean, he took me to the Olympia, and like, which I'm forever grateful for. But yeah, now I'm just even like, I know I have better. I know I have more in me. And so,
Yeah, you can push.
Yeah.
You can push harder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
I really hope that we're gonna do this more often,
Yeah.
and we're gonna take our dogs together to the
Yes,
park too.
you got it.
All right. Bye.